Yeah, so just glad that all of us came together, and this particular YouTube project, I mean, is exciting because it's something that we really have needed to do, I think, for ourselves, and really building our community and addressing some of the social ills and some of the neglected areas around finance, business, wealth building, and even integrity and character, and those soft skills that sometimes it seems like we just miss those classes, right? In terms of saying something but then not following through. And so, we get an opportunity to kind of share, our own stories, maybe add a little humor to it, right? A little drama. But nevertheless, from everybody's experiences, create these characters that, will be perhaps something that people can relate to, as we go through it. So I just wanted to just go around the panel here and just, first of all, just find out from you guys firsthand, what attracted you to this project, and, how do you feel like it, would definitely help us build a stronger community? I'll start with you, Herb.
Yeah, for sure. I definitely think that in all walks of life, there's different types of people. And the thing I like about this project, where there's so many different types of people here, so many different personalities. So when you talk about watching a video, you could resonate with one person. It might be one person that you resonated the whole time, but at least that you keep following that one person. And since we're going to be providing good information, good content, they can follow that one person's journey, and maybe they'll help them get on the right track. So to me, that seemed to be the best way to do it.
Yeah. And I'm excited in the sense that not only are we just talking about, the concepts of things, but we actually have real solutions. I mean, we can point people to, services and programs and platforms that really can make their life, a lot better. Yeah. And so I'm really excited about that. And so, Ms. Tata Spears, certainly, we appreciate you being a wealth strategist with our family wealth community, being a coach and a guide to really a lot of our members and things. And, you and I have talked, and certainly you've been passionate about homeschooling and really, setting a proper foundation for these kids, to be able to build upon. And so what attracted you to the project, and why did you volunteer to actually participate?
Well, the reason why I was attracted to the project is great words of Whitney Houston, the children are our future. And there's so many people who are just set on this conditioning way of being, and our children are so important, and they're so ready to absorb everything. And I just want to connect with people who may not have the courage or the confidence to do it, to homeschool their kids and still be a great mom or a great dad and not feel guilty about it and not feel like all these other things that you hear people say, you're keeping your kids from this, so I just want to be that voice for parents and people who have experienced that, in a way that one, they could feel better about, not agreeing with public education, and also just connected really with the community.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah. My man, Kev, I tell you, man, you've always been a professional, right? Never forget, where you're working for, the retail company, right? But you still had your entrepreneurial thing going. You're like, look, this is not the end of me, right? And so, man, you definitely have, progressed, moving from, one professional level to the next level and so forth. And so, now, you got family, right? And, constantly looking at other different, projects to be a part of it. So why did you choose this one?
Well, when you gave me the call, I thought about it. I said, man, I've known Rodney at least 10 years. Yeah. I had to go back to, 2012. And, you've pretty much been consistent on your message, which made me attracted to this particular message. Just a few years ago, I was working in a marketing company, and I received a nice check, but I don't think it was the check I should have received. And I never forget what that person told me. They said, this is bigger than you've ever received before, but it wasn't what I earned. And I think that, you know, most people, when they realize their worth, you know, they start earning much more. And for them to realize their worth, a lot of times someone's going to have to expose that to them. And that's, I think this is an avenue in which we can use this movement to show people that they can do things. They can do things, you know, just taking small steps of generational wealth and just making sure that their household and their kids and their next generation just does a little bit better than they do. You know, the bottom line is, you know, it's information. If you don't have the information, then, you know, it's ignorance. But once you get the information, then, you know, the sky's the limit. So that's why I'm here.
That's it, that's it. And to be honest, I mean, we now see that since we are attracted to entertainment, we're saying, look, we got the information, we definitely have the content, let's put some entertainment around it so that we can get our target audience to receive the message, right? And realize that it really isn't as hard as it appears to be, but we really have to come together and we got to share the information openly and in a way that the people can receive it, right? Will, listen, man, you know we're appreciative, definitely representing the professional, you know, 20s. And, you know, my son's in town, he's 21, about to be 22 and so forth. And we know that, you know, your age group, man, I mean, to, you know, have all of this wealth of wisdom at your age, man, I mean, that, you know, you truly can represent what we're all about and do it so much faster, you know what I'm saying, and live life so much grander than it's taken us all this time to figure out and to do. And so we're so glad for you to be really a part of this team. Tell me, man, when I made the call to your course, you know, I was referred to you by my man, Mr. You know, Sean Langston and so forth. He said, oh, this guy right here, you know, he's definitely committed. He definitely will, you know, walk everything out. So what attracted you to this project?
Yeah, I mean, when you called me, one, I didn't even know something like this was going on, you know, from like a financial standpoint where, you know, not only are we, you know, going to be giving financial advice, putting people on like that, but also it's where we get to have fun amongst each other. Different ages, we're a very diverse group, so that's really cool. But even in a real estate business that I'm in, it's like younger generation like me, they also don't know what advantages home ownership has, also equity, stocks, things like that. So a lot of people just, they don't know what's out there to leverage and to act on. And just like you were saying, you know, with information, if you don't act on it, it's ignorance, right? So, I mean, with that, that's what really brought me into here. Still, you know, learning and also getting to know all you guys. So, you know, I'm just excited for it. I'm eager, and I'm just ready to go, so yeah.
Yeah, that's it. So definitely, again, appreciate you being here. And so now we got, you know, Big Daddy. This guy right here, I mean, has been inducted into the Soul Hall of Fame. and just really a joy to be around. I mean, man, you know, wherever you go, I mean, you just light up the place. We really appreciate just that vibrant personality, you know, that you have, and always that positive outlook, you know, on life and, you know, doing things bigger and better. And so just wanted to ask, you know, what attracted you to this project?
You know, I grew up in a single family home, raised by my dad. You know, he worked hard, didn't have nothing. You know, he recently passed away in March, and his whole life was in 4 crates. That was it. He lived with his sister, and it just hit me like, got to do better than that. And, you know, with the family wealth, the legacy plans, things like that. And, you know, working 40 years for a company and then taking care of you in retirement, it's not a strategy anymore. We have to do something different. You know, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result. It's exactly what everybody's doing right now. Yeah. And we have to do something different. This generation has to do something different for us to get back out on top. And that's what I see this as, a vehicle to get to that destination. And that's why I've grabbed a hold and just, let's do it.
You know, of course, as you can see, we know we're kind of moving around, you know, our panel and things, and coming to Mr. Christopher Chase. I mean, this guy here really has, you know, came along and just saw the need immediately jumped in and, began to serve as a wealth strategist in our community. And then, even this year, saw another need in terms of our corporate side and stepped up in one of our corporate roles there, and is here today really just out of support, wanted to meet everyone, that was part of this particular project. And so, Chris, man, I mean, how do you feel? I mean, since you've been a part of us, we move quickly, we say a thing, we do a thing. Here we are embarking on something that, to be honest, I mean, we haven't done before, but we feel very confident and assured that, it's going to be successful and we're going to accomplish what we're here to accomplish. So, what are your thoughts on everything and, the people that have showed up?
Yeah, I'm just excited. I mean, we have a message of family wealth that, we need to get out there. We're not in a unique space because financial literacy is littered all over the internet, but we're approaching financial literacy in a unique way. And we need to reach the masses, and I'm excited that we have a vehicle to do that.
That's it. Awesome. And so we have really an icon here at Family Wealth, and I mean, a living legend, you know what I'm saying? A living legend. And I mean, we're just so proud of her in the sense of really just leading the pathway and showing what can be done. I mean, she's reached the achievement of 5-star success. Kevin, I've been teaching that for a number of years, and we have one of our members who have, reached that pinnacle. And that's really just a starting point. Level 1, there's level 2, there's level 3, but she's reached that pinnacle and just, showing what it takes to reach those levels and what it takes to even exceed beyond those levels. And we're just so appreciative of Miss Daphne Green. Miss Daphne, even on this project, I mean, you're still here to, be in support of whatever we're doing. And so just want to, ask you, from your life experience, how do you feel about this project, and do you think it'll help us, build a stronger community?
Yes, I like the project because it's going to give my children and my grandchildren and their friends and my sisters and brothers and their relatives and their friends more information in order for them to have a generational change. I'm one of 9 in my family. 2 have passed, and I'm probably the only one that everybody calls to get something, and that's not good. So I want my children and my grandchildren and their children, their grandchildren, not to have to worry about calling on that one sister, that one brother to access funds. I want them to be able to know how to use it and how to obtain it and how to keep it.
That's it. Well, awesome. Well, listen, again, thank you all for your time. We're all meeting on a Sunday after church and taking time away from our families because we see the importance of this project literally, getting off the ground and, being successful and getting our messages out there to really a massive audience. So, hey, listen, let's roll up our sleeves. Let's, do what it takes to make it happen. And listen, we look forward to really just sharing a ton of information with you all that's really going to help you. That's going to be life-changing because it's not about just what it is, but it is about, how to do it and how to walk it out and how to achieve life, live life really at the next level. Thank you all so much for your time, and enjoy the rest of your Sunday, and we'll talk to you soon.